Up first this evening, a significant drop in the performance rating of both Prime Minister Andrew Holness and his government. That's the latest findings of the RJRGLEANER Don Anderson poll. Vashon Brown has been looking at the numbers and now joins me in studio. Vashon, what's the latest?
All right, thank you so much, Herman. Now, yesterday we mentioned that the People's National Party's performance worsened since Marco Golding took over the presidency. That's when you compare this latest poll to last year's. In fact, Mr. Golding himself also received very dismal performance ratings. Now, it should be noted that these latest results show that more Jamaicans have a positive view of both the government and Prime Minister Andrew Holness than those who do not, but still a fall in the performance rating of the JLP leader and his administration.
The Jamaica Labour Party was confident heading into the September 3, 2020 general election, especially with poll results at the time showing that it was better perceived than the People's National Party. In fact, last July, when the poll was conducted, 57% of Jamaicans gave the government a positive performance rating, meaning they thought the government was doing a good or very good job, while only 12% gave a negative performance rating, that is poor or very poor. Fast forward to this latest poll.
The government's performance rating falls significantly. So what are the numbers? 13% rated the performance of the government as very poor, 15% as poor. So we had a combined negative rating of 28%, up from 12%, more than double from the July 20 rating.
38% of the respondents rated the government's performance as positive.
When we look at the positive rating in July of 2020, that rating was 57% positive as against 12% negative. So we had a 45 percentage point gap. In the current poll, that gap falls to 10 percentage points, 10% more rating the performance of the government as positive as those who rated it negative. So that's a significant fall off in the rating of the government over this period.
Mr. Anderson thinks the COVID-19 pandemic may have something to do with these numbers. In fact, last week we reported that the poll found that while more Jamaicans gave the government a positive rating for its handling of the COVID-19 pandemic than those who did not, confidence in the government's handling of COVID declined significantly this year when compared to last year. In the meantime, the Prime Minister's performance rating also took a hit. When the RJRGLEANER Don Anderson poll was done in July 2020, 65% of the respondents gave him a positive rating, while only 10% gave him a negative rating.
We fast forward to August 19, September 3rd poll, August 19 to September 3rd. And what do we have? We have 12% who gave the performance of the Prime Minister a negative rating, a very poor rating, as against another 15% who gave it a poor rating for a combined negative of 27%. So that's up from 10% in July 2020.
And as for the positive performance ratings,
we had 29% who gave him a good rating, but significantly, only 13% who gave him a very good rating, down, we will note, from 33% in July of 2020. So overall, we had, what do we have? A significant fall off in the number of persons who rated the Prime Minister's performance as positive. Right? In July, that number was 65%. In the August 2021 poll, that performance rating fell to 42%. So that gap between positives and negatives significantly fell from 55 percentage points down to 23 percentage points. And that's a huge fall off in the rating of the Prime Minister over that 14-month period.
The Prime Minister had a higher positive performance rating than the overall government in the previous poll.
Here, there's really no significant distinguishing factor between the rating of the party and the rating of the Prime Minister. Both have fallen significantly.
1,003 persons were interviewed from all parishes across the island, and the poll has a margin of error of plus or minus 3%.
Now, Jamaicans were also asked to list the best performing minister, and again, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton has been named as the top performer.
Whilst Tufton is still perceived to be the best performing minister, that number fell from 59% to 33%. Again, a significant fall off, and probably one would say consistent with the challenges that we have experienced with the whole COVID issue and the whole vaccination issue and managing and maintaining control and keeping down the spread of this COVID pandemic. Direct relationship. That's his portfolio.
Now, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke was next on that list, followed by Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie and Culture and Entertainment Minister Olivia Grange. For this particular question, 40% of all persons interviewed said they could not identify a minister who they would consider to be the best performing. Now, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang was named the worst performing minister with 7 percentage points, followed by Transport Minister Robert Montague, then Mr. McKenzie, and Education Minister Favour Williams. Now, another significant point here is that 61% of the respondents could not single out any minister for this worst performing list. Herman, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Vashan.